double coverage.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the great man, Sauce. Saucy, what's happening, bro?
Not much, mate. Not much. I'm back for another week. There's been some big events, massive UFC card, which we'll get into a bit later, and I'll give my comments on the fights. There was a couple of good ones in there, and the NBA season's still rolling along. But the biggest news of all, which we've put in the title of the show, was BGS is making moves. Amazingly, after us pretty much flaming BGS for about a year, every occasion that they came up, giving him a little jab to the ribs, they have decided that they're going to wake up and they've realized that there's customers out there and consumers out there that have been waiting for them to make some announcements, and they've done that, which is, I mean, I still can't believe they're actually doing something. I'm very, very surprised.
I don't believe it until I see it.
I don't believe it, but we'll talk about it in the hobby talk.
Exactly. Matty Tabe, what's happening, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Just going to give him a quick shout out from the top of the show. Saucy got the MJ Trading Cards stream right here going. EPL Prism happening. Rod is ripping some product. We will discuss that briefly in Hobby Talk because I think we might go a bit more in depth on that with Lukey on Crunch Time this week. Same with F1 Topps Chrome. All right, so I'll give my initial thought, just a brief overview. I'm not going to go too hard on it just yet, but when we get there, we'll have a chat. Obviously, Le Mans of the Week is back this week, and I've got one, mate. I've got one this week.
You told me you're ready to tee off.
Yeah, I've got one. I think Manny's going to jump in as well from LTB because he was like, I'm going to stick up for him. I said, you can try, but he's 11. 17 months, Matty waited for his sub to come back. Global, what's up, bro? All right, so let's get straight into it. NBA.
He waited 17 months, Doma, but did he get some absolute rippers back? Did Matty? Seen it over in the Breakers Den Facebook group. So
I don't even know if I'm in that.
Reveal. Make sure you get in there, Doma. Check it out, mate. I'll invite you. I'll invite you later on.
Definitely. All right, so big performances in the NBA recently. Of course, 56 from LeBron, 54 from Tatum. Kyrie dropped 50 today. Jokic had a 44-point triple-double the other day. Just been some awesome performances. I don't want to harp on it too much. It's just going to be literally a brief overview of the NBA, and it's in good hands, Source. The league, people have come out firing post All-Star break. Ben Simmons update looking more than likely going to be the first game or second game after that March 11 matchup against Philly in Philly. He will be on the bench, Source, in that game. He'll be sitting courtside, not suited up, but he'll be sitting courtside in that game. He's obviously filed for grievances. I don't know if you saw that, Source, to recoup his costs, his money from his fines. That he had to pay throughout this season, obviously due to his claim, which will be that he had mental health. So very, very interesting. Trade you for the Tiger 9.5 Source.
That's long gone, mate. That is long gone. That Curry Tiger 9.5. It's it got traded for a Magic Auto. So number to 10, which is courtesy of Sterling Cardboard on Instagram. So yeah, it's long gone, Matty. Sorry, mate.
Hawaiian Jewelers back again. Thank you for stopping by. Global said he's been getting DMs for his Tatum rookie gold. Yeah, I expected after that performance. But yeah, we're in good hands, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. Just your thoughts in the last week or so in the NBA with some of those big performances and a bit of news.
Yeah, look, some teams obviously getting a bit of urgency, knowing that they need to start trying to win some games to come closer to playoffs and potentially get in on the lower end.
Except for the Lakers.
Yeah, look, I mean, when LeBron plays, he puts up 50 and we look like that we can win games, but that's the issue. He has to put up 50 for us to have a chance at winning. For us to have a chance at winning, which is just crazy. to think about it. But I
You guys
mean,
suck.
let's be honest. You got a guy like Westbrook who's now mentally fragile. He's letting the crowd get into his head. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the hecklers at the Spurs game the other day. Guy got him on camera calling him Westbrook, and he comes right over to the edge of the court, and the referee has to sort of pull him away and say, "Get away from the edge of the court." And he's barking back, saying, "Don't disrespect my name like that." And all the guy keeps just saying back is Westbrook, Westbrook. And he just didn't have an answer for it, and he just said, "Stop throwing up bricks, and then I won't call you it, man." Like
Sauce. I'm in a very, I don't know, enlightened mood today because I'm actually going to probably come and half defend Russell Westbrook today. So, first and foremost, after Rod just pulled a silver jack, not worth the money, Grealish from Prism EPL. Just quickly on Westbrook, I understand where he's coming from. So he's you can't literally control what fans are going to do. You can't control it, Source. It's straight up. Yeah, I understand where he's coming from. Like, he doesn't want his name to be remembered as Westbrook. And, he said, it affects my family and my kids because, just imagine your kid, fucking, you're a superstar. Like, you're a star in the NBA and your kid goes to school or, growing up. And they might not even know that you're Westbrook's daughter or son. But because it's like your surname is Westbrook, which could be common, people are just going to call you, like Russell Westbrook. And I understand where he's coming from that. But the part that I'm actually going to defend Westbrook on, Source, and a lot of people have said this. My boy Colin Cowherd, I listened to him 7 years straight, 8 years straight. I haven't missed a pod. Shout out to Colin. He is nationally televised, Source. Nationally, I'm putting this out there so everyone that's listening to this now, yeah, he's nationally televised. This is the exact same Westbrook. Yeah, he's lost a bit of a step. But this is the exact same player that we gave the MVP to. I'm just going to let everyone know. I know I'm defending him here, but this is the same player that we gave the MVP to. Stat patter. He shouldn't have won MVPs. I don't care. You can have 4 million triple doubles, like whatever. But this is what he has been his whole career, Source. It is just amplified because he's on national television more frequently because he plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. He barked at fans when he was at Houston, when he got into it with the fan at Utah. He's done this before, Source, but it flew under the radar. Now, all his flaws are on literally a petri dish for fans to grab him and just destroy him and tear him apart. Because people are just like, oh, yeah, he's a stat collector. But you can call someone a stat collector, yeah, when you don't watch his games. We watched his games when he won MVPs and he done all this stuff, and we're like, oh, he pretty much stat collects. Like, he won MVP, Source, and he never had his team in the position to win a championship. Never. So that's just my thing on Westbrook. A bit of defense for him. Like, it's not really a defense because I'm pretty much just saying, like, all these flaws have always been there. And it just proves that people, I'm going to count myself, like us that actually watch games and know Russell Westbrook over his career. This is why we are not surprised. This is why we said when he goes there, yeah, he'll play his heart out. Yeah, he's pretty durable.
He's barely missed games.
Like when LeBron's not there, he'll carry the team and hopefully be able to do it. But obviously we can see his age is starting to literally wear upon him. Maybe the pressure too is wearing upon him. But we knew what we were getting. A guard that can't create a shot, a guard that can't hit jump shots, a guard that can't hit threes, a guard that can't defend. So we knew what was happening when he went to the Lakers. So that's just my opinion on it. I know he's copping so much shit, but why are people surprised? Like, if you know the league, you know the sport, you know Westbrook. Straight out. So, Adam, thanks for dropping by. Joel, all is well. That is fair, but if the shoe fits, yeah, I understand. You're coming out saying that probably going to make people say it more. Yeah, it's true. Need to let this game do the talking though. That will shut them up. Charles will just keep going if he bites. Yeah, he's pretty much finished. So, what's your thoughts on him? His athleticism really has.
Yeah, he won't be at the Lakers next season. That's my thoughts on him.
Be gone.
The Lakers season is done. I've what I called it. I was calling it 6 weeks ago, Dom. I was saying we're not going to do anything. Even longer than that.
Can't even make the plane.
Yeah, well, we might.
At least you can support your second team, which is Miami. So that's all right. You can support them, mate, in the playoffs. So at least there's some hope for you. All right, let's move on, Sauce. That was pretty much it for basketball. There wasn't really much. I didn't really expect it to turn into a Westbrook rant, to be honest.
It's just funny, to be honest.
It is fun. No, that part is like you can't control fans. Like
exactly right. You can't control.
There's lemons out there, mate. There's lemons. Like if you turn up to a Saturday afternoon at Marvel Stadium, and you're sitting on level 1, you see the great man Saucy and the Essendon game over the fence, mate. You can't stop these types of these fans, mate. They're just out of control. Out of control. So
you got to let them know, mate. You got to let them know. Throw them off their game, mate. I'll tell you what, it works because they they came out flying in that third quarter in the San Antonio game, and then the fourth quarter down the stretch, we lacked playmaking and guys who were able to make the shots. So
that's it. All right, Sauce. This is what we're moving on to. We are going to give a predictions preview next week for this, but we want to give a round 1 prediction. Bit of AFL. Saucy, let's go through the games. Let's give a quick tip, and then we can give our more of an in-depth look at the AFL 2022 season on next week's podcast as the season starts next Wednesday. So hopefully you do tune in to listen to us on Wednesday because Melbourne and Western Bulldogs will be on at the exact same time, the season opener. Yep, that is the first game. So
have it on in the background as we're doing the show. So
we will. Thoughts on this one, Melbourne or the Doggies? And this I'm going to put in the story, Sauce, and post it every week. I've decided. Instead of just writing it down.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the D's. Go with the grand final winners from last season. It'll be a feisty game. I think it's going to be a flip of the coin. I think the bookmakers have it pretty even. I think they're probably favouring the D's.
Yeah, they are. $1.59 for the D's.
Yeah,
I'm going D's as well, Sauce.
Going to go with them
for this one
for sure.
Carlton Richmond.
Got to go with the Tigers without doubt. They've literally been. Carlton has been pretty much second rate in all these games for as long as I can remember. I don't know. It was the last time that they won one. I can't even remember. It's been years. So I don't think it changes now. And it'll be interesting to see Carlton where they are at this season. So we'll talk a bit about it next week and go a bit more in depth in some of the teams and where we could potentially see them coming. We might even do a bit of a top 8 prediction, who we think is going to be our top 8, which we know is most definitely going to be way off by the end of the season because it's pretty hard to pick a top 8. We'll give it a crack.
I got a pretty interesting format that we can use, Source, for it. I used to run a predictor thing at work. It got handed down to me, and then I handed it down to someone else once I left. But it's got some really good questions in there, and we can table it up. It's got some question stuff like teams that we think are on the climb, like we'll move up 3 or 4 spots on the ladder. Teams on the decline, drop a couple spots on the ladder. Most improved player that we think, like breakout season, premiership predictions, Brownlow predictions, all that type of jazz. So I'll get that sorted, and we can have a bit of a run through next week. I'm going Richmond in this one as well. Saints and the Pie, Sauce. Marvel Stadium Friday night.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I think both these teams are pretty evenly matched. I'm probably going to go. I'm going to edge the Saners in this one, only because
I'm
it's
going the Saints
over at
also.
their home ground on Marvel.
Matty Tabe, no tipping. I won't be doing the tipping.
No, we've got a Super Coach League that we're up and running. So if you're into
Global, have a
Super
look at
Coach,
him. Can't
feel
wait
free
to
to
destroy
reach
you
out.
all. Just stop being ridiculous.
Feel free to reach out, hit the DMs. We did
Stop being
post it on the
ridiculous.
story, the Super Coach League code. But if you didn't catch it, make sure you DM us to get it. Doma will be posting it out again.
I'll post it right now. Here it is. SC League code. I will post it out again, but if you've got a tab open, feel free to jump in. There is the code. There is 13 spots left, so jump in if you can. Cats versus the Bombers.
I think
Bombs win.
I don't know. I think this is a tough one. I reckon
win.
we won't be up for it. Round one. I think the Cats will pants us, so I'm going to go with the Cats.
Okay. Brad Scott, Chris Scott, whatever his name is, Chris Scott, he'll be losing his job this year. I'm just putting it out there. Cats won't be good.
All right.
That's my big prediction. GWS versus the Sydney Swans.
Swans. I'm going to go with the Swans. Yeah, I think this is a very even match. But Swans showed a lot last season. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be not a surprise packet because I think people are going to be ready. Teams are going to be ready for them this season because they did show a bit last season. But
I will be,
Swans.
as you will be, Sauce, and I think everyone that listens to this show, because there's a guy that plays for the Swans, will be very focused on this game. Very focused. All right. As we know, Sydney did request the first couple of weeks to be home games for a big reason. Big reason. The big Budwa is coming up to that 1,000 career goal milestone. So I'll be watching this very closely. I'm going to go the Giants. The reason why I'm going to go the Giants, Sauce, I just think that they're going to have second-year blues. There's a lot of young guys in that team that killed it last year for Sydney, and I think they're going to maybe hit the wall. There could be some second-year blues for some of those players, and that's going to hurt them potentially this season. Then we got the Lions versus Port Adelaide in the Gabba.
It's going to be a good game. Cracking matchup for round one for sure.
Yeah.
But going to edge the Lions at home over Port. But, that's a tough game. But a very tough start for Port, to travel up to Brisbane for round one. So, but edging the Lions. Got to go with the home team.
I'm also going with the Lions. Hawthorn versus my mob, North Melbourne.
Yeah, look, I don't even know. I don't even know here which team has come further. Which team has come further?
We'll win. I'll back us in.
I don't know. I don't really know. It'll be interesting to see how the Hawks go. Obviously, under a new coach, Sam Mitchell, Clarkson out, Mitchell in. New coaching style, bit modern, bit fresh. Who knows? North, excited to see the big dog Horn and Francis on the debut round one. Watched him a little bit in the preseason. Looks like an absolute gun. Definitely can find the ball. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes in his first game. But Dom, I'm going to go against your mob. I'm going the Hawks.
All right, fair enough. Adelaide versus Fremantle.
I'm going to go with the Dockers. I mean, if they've got a full squad, I think Dockers have a better list than the Crows.
I'm going Dockers also.
Even though it is.
And then Eagles versus Suns.
I got to go with the Eagles. I don't really know where the Suns are at.
And I'm telling you, I do not rate the Eagles either. So
I mean, you can't after last season. They shown that they literally cannot play anywhere other than Perth. And then even then last season they were getting done over there. So
exactly. All right, enough of the footy Sauce. Let's move on. Premier League. Bit of stuff happened during the week. We'll run through some of these results. Oh.
Mate, don't run through nothing, mate. It's all about my boys.
Yeah,
the Gunners, mate.
I want to talk. I actually want to talk about your mob. I'm going to bring the table up also. So the results. Fuck. Tell you what, Burnley 2-0 Leicester over Burnley, 1-0 Leicester over Leeds, 1-0 Liverpool over West Ham. Crystal Palace defeated Wolves 2-0. Brentford 3-1 over Norwich. Brighton lost to Newcastle 2-1. Chelsea over Burnley 4-0. Aston Villa over Southampton 4-0. Spurs over Everton 5-0. Arsenal 3, Watford 2. Bringing it up, Sauce. Bringing it up. There they are. 48 points. 3 games in hand.
Oh, wow.
There it is. You're in Champions League, Sauce. Congratulations.
Well, we still got to finish off the season, but I mean
Sauce,
that game against
Sauce,
Watford.
Sauce. You're in
Here
Champions League. Congratulations.
Well, you know what, Dom? I'm not accepting it because I want to see it finished off. I want us to see us in that top 4. I think only
4
top
on the
3 is
trot.
guaranteed spots. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's
the 4th spot has a playoff.
Yeah, you could probably play off against us. That'll be great. No, you don't. I think it's against another team or whatever it is.
Nah, it's against another
Isn't it?
league.
Yeah.
So, look, if anyone
Good
caught that
stuff. That's
game,
awesome.
the goals we scored in that game
Oh, there
were
were some
all
bangers,
top
apparently.
notch. And I mean, even Watford, their first goal by I think it was Hernandez, was an absolute belter with the scissor kick. I mean, it was one of the best games of football I've watched all season. And credit to Watford because they fought throughout that game. We just had a bit more class. Odegaard is coming into his own. Saka just looks like an absolute menace. Ladies and gents, get ready. Bayoko Saka, I think he's elevated his game to another level this season, and I think he's getting cherry ripe for a big World Cup campaign out on that right wing for the Three Lions. And so, look, I'm excited. I can't say after obviously being a big Arteta detractor when I didn't see what we were doing, and I mean I still don't agree that Xhaka is getting regular minutes. I would like to see us move off Xhaka in the off season. He's there for now, but I don't think he's going to be there if we want to. Because look, Doma, it's fine. He's good against Watford, Doma, but against the better sides, against the Cities, against the Liverpools, he's fucking shit. All right, so he's shit. All right, gets found out, dives in. He's always just doing something stupid. He's got red carded twice for us this season, Dom. So say no more. It's not going to fly against the better sides.
That's elite.
Nonetheless,
that's elite.
Credit to the team, credit to Arteta, and it's looking good, man. I haven't been this excited about Arsenal Football Club for 3 seasons. Let's be honest. We've been pretty shit. So it's good to see us banging in goals. We do need to obviously get another striker. Who knows if Lacazette stays after this season? So there's going to be some more movement, but nonetheless, looking good. Can't say the same about your boys.
I'll give you a round of applause. Do we want to talk about my boys? Honestly,
it might just be a barrage for 5 minutes.
Honestly, we should actually set up a podcast on here. It should just be me and Mitch. And run a Manchester United podcast on the Double Coverage.Media network. It potentially be the funniest thing. It'll be Mitch saying things, me being blunt to Mitch, me being depressed at United, Mitch just abusing the shit out of them, and then we ride the highs together when Fred kicks goals. That's it. That's the whole podcast. Seriously, it would be amazing. I will talk about it. 1-0 down. Early, De Bruyne, that was nice. Whose fault was it again? I don't need to point it out to you if you listen to this show. It was a defensive issue, and the centre-back was at fault. Don't need to tell you which centre-back it was. It wasn't Lindelof. So you work it out.
Orbit,
Sancho,
Mr. Orbit.
Sancho kicks a ripper. Sick goal. I go, yeah, not bad. I genuinely went into it, Sauce, going, we're going to get beaten here, and we'll get beaten pretty handily. Yeah, like because we've struggled against some of those shit sides in the last few weeks, and we're coming up against the best team, or arguably second best team, whatever. Liverpool and Man City, the two best teams. We're coming up against them. There is no chance in hell we're winning this game. Then throughout the week, I find out Alberto Del Mondo is not playing Cristiano Ronaldo. So anyway, I'll talk about that in about 2 seconds after I finish off my mini rant. Then we just went on to just get slaughtered. I think it was, what was it? 74 to 26% possession in the first half, the City. Source, I don't know if you caught the stat, but at one stage it was 88% to 12% in the second half, possession to Man City. They had, at about the 75th minute, they had over 300 passes, more than Manchester United as a football side. Bro, I'm not joking. This shit is all real. I'm not actually joking. You're muted. You're muted.
Doma, it's so crazy because these are the stats that you see when like a Manchester City versus like a Brentford. You know what I mean? Not a Manchester City against the Manchester United. This is not the way to win a football game.
It is Sauce. It is
park
Sauce.
the bus like
Sauce
your Mourinho.
Sauce it is. Like, mate, we are good enough at the moment to win an MLS championship. That's as good as we are at the moment. And even then, I reckon we're freaking pushing it. That's how bad we are. We got slapped. Now go get over to the GOAT. It was great. Ralph Ragnick, Harry Potter there with his all these things of my medical staff this, my medical staff that, blah 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 blah. So all right, so so Renato couldn't get on the bus and travel to the Etihad, like to watch the game. No, okay, fine. I'm just going to tell you what it is, Sauce. I can't wait till this comes out. I genuinely can't wait till this comes out at the end of the season. For some reason, if Azura was in here, he'd be giving it to Ronaldo. For some reason, the weaklings and the fragility of these young spuds and existing players and the culture of the club don't like professionalism, Sauce, and people that like to give constructive and at sometimes probably pretty confrontive and abusive criticism, I would take, because when you're at a standard of GOAT and you need to bring a steaming heap of shit up to your standard, they're not gonna like the way you talk to them. So he didn't play because he was injured. He didn't play because he didn't want to play. Because the rumors I know they're rumors, but it'll come out to be true. Everyone wants to play for Maguire. Maguire's the captain. We got to stick by Maguire. Even that, I said Maguire should have focused on football. I agree with Keane. I agree with Neville. Should have given up the captain's armband. He should have focused on his football. His leadership is non-existent. His gameplay is horrific. Anyway, we're going to stick by him. We're going to do all this stuff. That's fine. And what did I see out there? Did I see a united, pardon the pun, a united front out on the pitch on Monday morning? No. Did I see the pressure lifted off Manchester United? No. Did I see a lackluster performance with a team that gave up? Yep. All it is, Sauce, we saw Rashford saying he's undecided if he's going to be at United now after that game. This is the greatest thing that could have ever happened to a Manchester United fan the last 5 years. Because every one of those steaming heap of shit of players that Ronaldo doesn't like and is not meeting the standard, including old Ralphie Ragnick, he better watch himself because as technical director, they're all gone. They're all going to be gone. All of them. We get Pochettino, Sauce. I don't think we're going to get Pochettino. I don't reckon we will. That's all I'm saying. They're all gone.
Time will tell. Enough on your shit mob. It's all about Arsenal.
This week's games, just quickly. Norwich, Chelsea, Southampton, Newcastle, Wolves, Watford, Leeds, Aston Villa, Brighton, Liverpool, Brentford, Burnley, Manchester United, Spurs, so against our manager, Antonio Conte, Chelsea, Newcastle, Everton, Wolves, Leeds, Norwich, Southampton, Watford, West Ham, Villa, Arsenal, Leicester, Palace, City to round it off up until next week. Quick Champions League wrap-up. Bayern smashed Salzburg 7-1. Hat-trick from Lewandowski this morning. Dominated. And Inter 1-0 over Liverpool, but Liverpool are moving through on aggregate 2-1. Tit Sauce.
Did you see that? UFC? The old mate, the hot Chilean head, Alexis Sanchez, this morning. Absolute lemon act. He
what do you do?
They get they get the equalizer, 62nd minute, bang bang. Oh, they don't get the equalizer. They go in front, 62nd minute. 1 minute later, he gets his second yellow card, red. You're off. You've literally shut the whole tie down for your team. You had still half an hour of play to kick a goal to send it to extra time. You were in the fucking tie, and idiot gets a second yellow. And you've pretty much stuffed your team. You go down to 10 men. Liverpool, seeded out to the end. They obviously played a bit of possession football, made it hard for them. Playing 11 on 10 is difficult. But, that's an honourable mention for a lemon of the week act right there. You let your team down massively. You just got back into the game, back into the tie, and you 1 minute later, you've literally shut your team out of the tie. Stupid.
That's it. Nicely done, Sauce. UFC. We'll go through the games next week, but do tune in tomorrow. Real Madrid versus PSG, Champions League.
Yeah, no big Mbappe. One. I'll be up. Mbappe out. Interesting.
Got injured at training.
Dang. Oh.
Yeah.
There we go.
Madrid probably
Neymar,
wins this.
Messi. Well, I'm telling you, Madrid at home, they've been solid this season. I think it'll be interesting. I'll definitely be getting up bright and early tomorrow, 7 a.m. kickoff to watch it live. And I might give me a few comments out on the tweets. So make sure you follow us on Twitter. Go hit the link in the description and make sure you follow. All right. UFC 272. It was Colby Covington against Jorge Masvidal. Went around, got the call up from the mate's house. He said, I've ordered it on the main event. Come down. Didn't have to find it on the realms of the internet this week, but was able to watch it live in 4K definition, if you don't mind. And there was a lot of good fights. We'll run through the main card. You had Sergey Spivak KO in the first round over Greg Hardy. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. It was a good KO. Kevin Holland KO over Alex Oliveira. First round, I watched these fights from here. I missed the Sergey Spivak one, but I did watch the replay of the knockout. Oliveira looked the better fighter in the first round, and Kevin Holland looked on the back foot, but came out in the second round, massively different fighter, and put the pressure on, was able to get the KO and the finish. Bryce Mitchell defeated Edson Barbossa. Bryce Mitchell, this is in the featherweight. If you don't know the story of Bryce Mitchell, look it up. It's really, really interesting. He comes from like an old country town out in Arkansas. I think that's in the south of the States, I believe. And he's got that real Southern accent. They told him, if you want to make it to the top of UFC, you've got to move to a main city, to a proper gym and everything. Mate, you should see the way this guy trains. Like, he's doing weights with a log with cinder blocks on the end, and that's his
Rocky
his
Balboa.
Weights. Like, it's old school shit, Doma. Like, he's got like a guy who lives out on the farm with him. That's his trainer who does pads with him. You should see, like, this is what I say. Like, there's some really good pre-match, pre-fight stuff that the UFC do on their YouTube channel, which you can check out and go watch it and find out a bit more about this fight. It's a really cool story. This guy's a gun, Bryce Mitchell. He's 15-1. He beat Edson Barbossa, who's been around for a while, a lot more experience than him. Literally won in a 3-round decision. But I tell you what, it was one of those Khabib-style fights where he just got into the ground and just dominated him from on guard and was able to just stay on top and just ground and pound him to death, pretty much, Doma. He dominated on points, got the victory, and that was the third event before the main event. Then you had Rafael dos Anjos defeated Renato Moicano. This was a crazy fight. 5 went the distance. This is in the catchweight division. Now, Moicano stepped in on 8 days' notice or 9 days' notice to take this fight. Went the distance, and he had good moments throughout this fight, but Rafael dos Anjos used his ground and pound, used his grappling, used his BJJ ability to, win comfortably on points. I think the scorecards, he was up on the scorecards about 6 points on each scorecard, 6-7 points to Renato Moicano. Moicano had moments in the fight, 5th round, where he had Dos Anjos rocked, but Dos Anjos held his nerve and got the win comfortably. Then the main event, the big dance, what everyone tuned in to see, Colby Covington against Jorge Masvidal. Look, Dom, the fight literally went exactly the way I called it. I can't really explain it much. I really can't explain it much better. Colby Covington is just clearly the better MMA fighter. He's look, as much as Jorge Masvidal, in terms of if you card collecting, he's a good guy to collect because the way he's been able to promote himself, especially now he's doing a lot of stuff with cards. You see him doing stuff with pull wax and stuff like that. So as a collector base, you see it sometimes in the NBA. You see guys who might be actually better, but they don't get as much love, and they've got better accomplishments, but they don't get as much love because they don't really, they don't have the same marketability. But Jorge Masvidal, even though he's never won a belt, he's never made it to the top of his division. He's always just been there and thereabouts. Still a very good fighter, but not good enough to get to that elite level and, get the belt, have title defenses. Still good to collect his cards, but in this fight, just not good enough. He said after the fight he wasn't there today, but it's not that he wasn't there. It was just that Colby Covington had his number and just dominated him. Got into the ground. Jorge Masvidal couldn't do anything. Covington was able to, switch his stances on the ground, was able to, roll really well and keep on top, and then just ground and pound him. And then when it was up top, I think I only seen twice where Masvidal sort of, once where he had him rocked, where he hit him with the right hand right on the chin, and he dropped to the ground on one knee, but he got back up and sort of smiled, did Covington. But other than that, it was pretty routine for Covington. Masvidal, the scorecards, go check the scorecards. They speak for themselves. It was a complete and utter domination. I don't know if there's even a rematch. There's no need to be a rematch. I think it's much the same. Masvidal knew what Covington was going to do, which was try get him to the ground and assert his, his ability on the ground, and he couldn't stop him. You knew that's what he was going to try to do. You knew that he was going to get the takedowns, and the way that Covington changed levels would, feint with the punches up top and then change levels and attack the legs. He pretty much got takedowns at will. Every time he went for a takedown, he got it, Dom. Masvidal could barely defend any of his takedowns, unlike Usman, where he was able to defend. Usman was able to defend a whole bunch of Covington takedown attempts, and even when he got down, Usman was able to get out and roll with him and get on top position. Just another beast, Usman is, and that's why he will go undefeated. And I think he will even retire in that division undefeated. I can't see anyone in that division defeating him. I really can't. I think he will literally go the distance. He'll literally go the distance.
Gold alert. Rod.
Here we go.
Trading. Gold alert.
Here we go.
Gold alert.
Let's bring it up.
Come on.
Live.
Nah.
We got it live.
Get rid of it. It's Aston Villa.
Oh, it's Aston Villa. Nah. Get rid of it. Sorry, Rod.
It's an auto too. John McGinn. Anyway, it looked like a domination source. It really was.
It was.
And you called it on Covington. Covington's the second best fighter behind Usman in that weight division.
He most definitely is.
He's no slouch, and we know how good he is because he pushed Usman in the second fight. The first fight was a great one too. Do they have another? Do they have a trilogy? I think they have to. He's the only guy.
He's the only guy that's got a chance.
Unless McGregor comes in and just gets whooped by Kamaru Usman.
He'll get slapped.
He would actually get destroyed.
He'll get absolutely destroyed.
I would love to see Colby Covington versus McGregor just for the trash talking.
Oh, it would be great. Yeah, no, that would be great.
Just the spectacle of it all would be awesome. I'd actually love to see that. But any cards this week, Sauce?
There is a card this weekend, I believe. Yes, Sunday the 13th. Kicks off at 11 a.m. The main card. Prelims kick off at, 8 a.m. Main card is, I'll run through it quickly. Middleweight division, Alex Pereira against Bruno Silva. Lightweight division, Drew Dober against Terence McKinney. Light heavyweight, Khalil Rutri against Carl Robertson. Featherweight, Sudif Yusuf against Alex Caceres. Bantamweight, Marlon Moraes against Song Yadong in the bantamweight. And then the light heavyweight main event, Thiago Santos, the big fella, is back. I think he's back after a few injuries. I think he had some injuries, Thiago Santos. I believe so. Don't quote me on that. Against Magomed Akilev. I don't even know. Magomed Akilev. This will be a good fight, Doma, in the light heavyweight. Akilev has only lost one professional MMA fight, so he's 16-1. Thiago Santos been around the traps, been around for a while, wily old veteran. I did believe he I believe he had a fight with John Jones. I believe this guy, Thiago Santos, had a fight with John Jones, and he really did push John Jones. Oh, I'm going to check. I'm going to go back here in his fight history and see. 2019.
Cain Velasquez is a lemon, Matty.
Yes, Velasquez. He did. Oh, I knew that was correct. In 2019, Thiago Santos had a fight against John Jones, and it was probably one of the hardest fights that John Jones has ever had. It was probably one of the only fights where John Jones looked somewhat in trouble in that fight. So, this is no easy matchup for Akilev in the main event. So this should be an absolute ripper, Doma.
Can you give a quick rundown? Adam put in here. You're going to bring back anyone? Lyoto Machida. Yes, great fighter. Forrest Griffin as well, another ripper fighter. 2 guns. Even BJ Penn. Used to love BJ Penn. Brain's gone mush from UFC career. Yeah, he's a lemon. Just a quick one, Source, on Nurmagomedov. His fight. Just having Khabib in his corner. How good is it to see Khabib as the coach? As we know, he's not going to fight again. He said he's not going to. But how good is it having him there? And obviously, during the week, Chimaev also had his next fight announced. These guys are guns, man. These guys are guns.
you know what? I think it's good for collectors as well, because if he's still involved with fighters and involved with the UFC, there's obviously opportunity for him to get the tap on the shoulder and say, hey, do you want to make some money, sign some autographs for Panini? And people will still be able to continue to get Khabib autographs next season.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think maybe he'll still be included in the product. So it's really good to see. He'd be a phenomenal coach. He's a gunfighter. You can see that the guys that he's bringing up, you see they're good, man. The guys that he brings up and trains. So, I call it the Dagestani factory out there in the Russian mountains, or the Dagestani mountains, not the Russian mountains. I shouldn't say that, but it's pretty phenomenal to see continually fighters out of that region, trained by Khabib and his team, and what they've set up there, come into the UFC and just dominate guys. It's crazy. But it's awesome to see. Awesome to see. All right, Doma, what are we on to next?
NFL. Russell Wilson traded this morning. Just big news. Aaron Rodgers re-signed. Big news. That's pretty much it. Denver's in good stead. Denver's in good stead with Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, he's got the second best team in the NFC. It's him and the Rams. So, don't want to say there's any pressure on you, Big Aaron, but there's pressure on you. So 2 teams in the NFC. You just need to somehow beat the Rams. It's not going to be easy, but yeah. And your division shit, so you're going to get home field advantage going into the playoffs. This is all, of course, Aaron Rodgers being healthy. That's the
look.
The comment.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I'm going to say this here. I don't think with that contract he signed and taken up that much money on the cap, I don't think the Green Bay Packers win another title.
No, he's
while
the
Aaron
highest paid
Rodgers is there.
player. No, he's not.
You know, I've mentioned this before. You can go back and have a look at the history, and you can go back and have and look. You know, over the past X amount of years, the winning quarterbacks have always been, you know, never been the most paid player on the team. They're always going to be down there. You know, they're in the mid pack, maybe 15th most paid player, 10th most paid player. Not taking up a big chunk. It is proven that when the QB takes up a massive chunk of the salary cap, there is not enough money to go around to plug the holes that you need in other spots to fill your team, to make your team a Super Bowl contender. It's proven. That's the fact. That it just doesn't work out. So I just don't see how him taking that much money from Green Bay is going to benefit him in the long run, because I just think they're not going to have enough cap to get quality guys.
I was about to say, there's exceptions, Matt. When you got the GOAT, there's an exception. So when he went to Tampa, that is. So anyway, that was just a bit of a rundown. Russell Wilson obviously gone to Denver. Offensive coach. Expect big things from Denver next season. And Aaron Rodgers is going to stick around and not win another Super Bowl. So that's my prediction on that front. Lamont of the Week, Sauce. You're actually going to enjoy this week, because the reason why you are really going to enjoy it is because you know who the person is. You don't really know the story, but I'm going to give you all the background info to it, and you are going to start pissing yourself. Literally laughing your head off. And then you're going to give a big almighty Lamont. And this guy, I'm telling you, unbelievable. I'll set the scene for you, Sauce. On my average daily scroll, through IG, this post popping up, and I see this, man, I can't believe it. I see this post, breaking news, NFL star betting on games. I go, what's this shit? All right. Click into it. Into the article. Obviously, the title has Calvin Ridley on there. Calvin Ridley has, not allegedly, has been investigated and found guilty of sports gambling. Now, here's the backstory, Sauce. All right. In the United States, very, very new for sports books in multiple states. It used to be mainly in Vegas, and it was banned. Now they've got sports betting.
Mate, you used to have to ring up a bookie in Vegas to put a bet on if you were living in New York or whatever.
Saying that you couldn't gamble. You could gamble, but there was different means. All right. Now they've got
they got apps. They got apps. They got everything and websites and all the.
Here's the funny
21st
thing,
century shit.
So you're not allowed to obviously bet on NFL games. Let's clear cut. So let's straight down.
Mind you, I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. Preseason, all of these clubs get given the works. Yeah.
Sauce. I'm gonna literally approve everything you just said just then. Preseason, they do have all the talks. Schefter, all these people report, and it's been reported. They've had seminars about this. They've actually got signage up in the clubs, in the franchises. So every day they walk through, they see it. Not to gamble. But here's the funny thing, Sauce. They're actually allowed to gamble, just not on their sport.
Yeah, they can bet on NBA.
Right. Yeah, that's right. They can actually gamble, ice hockey, college ball, whatever they want. Calvin Ridley is getting banned for a year, Sauce. $1,500. He bet on his own team at multiple games. He's getting banned for a year and suspended salary. So for $1,500, Sauce, he's losing $11 million of his contract. $11 million of his contract, Sauce. This guy is an absolute clown. The funniest part about it, though, that I still couldn't comprehend is the fact that he can gamble. It just doesn't have to be on his own sport. Like, what is he doing? Calvin, seriously.
Calvin, seriously,
Like-
mate, it's pretty common knowledge that any professional athlete, you can't bet on your own sport. Like, it's common knowledge across athletes
And
across the world.
Sauce, before you give him the big yell, you know what the funniest part about this whole fucking thing is? His betting account was called Calvin Ridley. He didn't even try and hide it, Sauce. It was genuinely, his persona was Calvin Ridley. It was no burner name like KD on her Twitter account. It was none of that shit. It genuinely said Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley has placed a bet on the Atlanta Falcons for this much money. Calvin,
Oh wow.
you, sir, are a
Lemon! Doma, look, I got no sympathy for this guy. I got no sympathy because as you say that, look, first of all, get your mate, get your good friend, get someone in your crew to fucking put the bet for you. One of the ways, right? Doma. There's a company. It's called Dexsport.io. It's DeFi betting, so it's actually just connected to a crypto wallet that is just a number, not even your name. So you could put as much bets as you want, and no one would know who the fuck you are. Ridley, Mr. Calvin Ridley, you sir are a lemon. Like, there is so many ways. Look, you shouldn't be doing it anyway because let's be honest, you're earning $11 million for the year, and you may make a couple fucking extra bucks betting. Like, you're an idiot. But the fact that you're betting on your own game and your own sport, jeez, you need a reality check, brother. You need a reality check.
Absolute clown. Absolute clown. On that note, let's move to hobby talk as Rod pulls a Mo Salah blue to 340, and he just pulled a Gabriel Martinelli silver as well, Sauce.
Is it
in
rookie?
This break. Yeah, he's rookie.
It's got the RC.
Yeah, it's got the RC.
I'll tell you what. I don't know how I feel about that. We can have a chat about it when we do crunch time with Lukey and go a bit more in depth on it. But his rookie season was last year in cards, so I don't know. I feel like they should have just kept it to, I think Topps had his only rookie card was in the Merlin set out of Topps. I think that should have just remained. I feel like, this is a bit of bullshit. I don't know.
And speaking on it, this is where we'll start the brief preview. We'll go a bit more in depth, as we said. But this is what it is. 2021 Panini Prism, a 21-22 Panini Prism EPL. It is a hobby box, includes 1 auto, 4 base Prism silvers, 5 numbered hobby exclusive base prisms, 8 additional hobby exclusive base prisms, 6 insert cards per box on average. Each box contains 12 packs, 12 cards per pack and 12 packs per box with 12 boxes per case. This is my favorite part, Sauce, because I like to do this in the speed mode. So if you're listening to this on 2.5x, this is going to be interesting. Collect 300 base cards, including featuring fan favorite players from every team. Hobby exclusive parallels to collect include Prism Multicolor, Hyper, Pink, Blue, Prism Red Mojo, Prism Purple, Blue Ice, Purple Ice, Prism Orange, Prism Gold, Prism Green, Prism Black. Plus 4 exclusive auto parallels, Prism Silver to 99, Prism Purple to 25, Prism Gold to 10, and Prism Black, which is 101. Find highly collectible footballers in Prism various inserts, including Instant Impact, Fireworks, and Emergence, so on and so forth. I miss this, Adam. I'm actually spewing. Global. I miss this. I don't know. Is it off KO? MotoGP? Someone can chuck that in the comments. Here's a bit of a preview. Rodri, Ramsdale, Kiana, however, rookie. Scorers Club. We'll bring these up. Cavani. There you go. Gary Lineker. Mason Mount. There's Grealish Hyper. Thomas Partey. More sticker dump, as Saucy loves. Clint Dempsey. Bamford. There it is. I'll go to Del Mondo. Obviously the best looking card. Son. Walker Peters, Minamino, Richarlison, Harvey
I'm liking the
Barnes.
design, Dom.
Chalobah rookie. That's nice. Yeah, I don't mind the design. It's as if Prism and Select had a baby.
Yeah, you could say.
Pretty much. Yeah. There you go. So not a bad looking. What the hell's happening here? Not a bad looking product source. So we'll see what happens with that.
Check
As
out,
I said,
obviously, MJ trading
There you
cards.
go.
They are breaking some
Harvey Elliott
right,
rookie. That's nice to pull
right
that
now.
as
So
we
you
speak.
can have that up on another screen or go watch that later and check out. Did a half case break so you can see some of the variants that are hit. So yeah, as we always suggest, new product, definitely go check out some of the hits and the way that it's set out the box.
Definitely
Check it out.
Replay available on KO. Not live anymore. For the MotoGP, I'm not sure. I did not see what happened. Neo cards and comics got duped G.I. Joe style. Did not see that. Next one up, sorry, I just got to bring that back up. Origins. Just quickly straight in here. This is the photo. Contains 7 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. Photo parallels purple to 18, swirl photo to 3, and 1 photo rookie auto purple to 49, in additional to 1 other parallel insert or 1 other auto mem card in each photo box. Autographs from Cunningham, Mobley, Green, and Giddy will be 100% live. Probably looks sick. Here's a bit of a look at it.
Yeah, I seen some. I mean, I believe that these going to have on cards in it, which I'm excited for because obviously last season's ones with LaMelo rookie year and Ant-Man was not on card. There were stickers, obviously using the old COVID excuse as the reason. But good to see that this is the case. I mean, these ones further up, they do look like they had some stickers on there. So there is probably going to be some stickers in there, but there's obviously going to be some opportunity for some on cards. And I really like I think the Origin design has grown on me. It's obviously transitioned over from NFL to NBA. It was originally in the NFL, I believe, for Panini. So yeah, look, I'm excited about Origins, especially if there's on card. You know, on card always hits better than a sticker, definitely. So yeah, if it's got on cards, I'm all for it. I might be collecting. I haven't chosen a guy. I haven't chosen a guy out. You know, obviously, Dom, I always choose
Mobley.
a guy. Yeah, I don't know, Dom. He's good, but you know, and Scotty Barnes is good too, but you know, historically in collecting, you know, big guys just aren't as wanted. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I can pay the overs for Cade. I don't know. I usually try to pick someone a little bit down the pecking order and try to get a few on cards of them. So yeah, Maddie's gone Kaminga. Kaminga looks like one. Funny enough, I did hear the LTB boys giving a shout out to Rips talking about Kaminga. If you don't know the story of Rips, go check him out. He's the I think he's 18-year-old, 19-year-old who sold his Giannis, I think, gold rookie he had, I think, for $1 million. So not too bad for an 18-year-old who bought that a few years back. But yeah, he was talking about Kaminga before the draft. So not just now because he's showing up and playing out, but before he was even drafted, talking about Kaminga. So, you know, that's definitely a shout, Manny. I don't know. I'm undecided. As I said, I do like Mobley. I do like Barnes. But haven't really decided. It's sort of difficult, Domo, because by this time you've usually been forced to sort of choose a guy and start buying some things of him. But you know, the products are that delayed that you know you've had so much time to think about it.
I agree. I completely agree. Don't know what else to say on it, Sauce, to be honest. Giddy's also a good one to have a look at.
Look, I want to collect some Giddy as well. I think, you know, I'd like to be able to get some, but I just think there's so much demand for Giddy, and there's, you know, guys in the States, you know, Americans, not just Australians, you know, we're obviously going to collect our guys and get behind them, but over in the States, they're even saying that this guy's good. So, you got the big collectors over in the States jumping on board the Giddy train. I mean, it's going to be hard. His stuff's going to be gone for quite a bit. And I don't know if he's going to come back before the end of the season. I'm not sure if he's out till the end of the season. But, he could be a chance winning Rookie of the Year. So, I'm not sure. Interesting to see.
Perfect. David, he's in. Ready to get smashed. No, I'm not. Because I'm going to win. CSG backlog source has been sorted, which is good news for them. That's just a bit of an update on them. They're doing pretty well. HGA, on the other hand, backlog's still there. They've pulled out of the Mint Collective. I don't know if you saw that source. They're not going to the Mint Collective. They said that they wanted their staff to be on deck to remove the backlog. So
yeah, maybe they can be on deck to reply to one of the 5 emails that I sent them. I don't know, but probably a good choice by them. They're sort of they give their update and they say that how they're moving through their backlog. It's moving okay, not super fast, not at a great light speed, but it's getting there. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about HGA. I just I hope that we can get our cards back and be able to return people their cards that they entrusted in us to get graded for them, which
even get some of our cards back,
which they have been graded, Doma. They just happen to be sitting in their to ship pile for the last month. So which is pretty unfortunate.
Maybe the shipper's been sick or just keeps forgetting about it. So yeah, interesting one there. Cards though. CSG got rid of the backlog, and then saw this come out. Unfortunately, metal trading cards, a bit of a delay. Check it out. Rattle Pokemon, obviously 9.5. Card's been damaged while it's been slabbed. My opinion is no longer a 9.5. So just check that out as well. Maddie says, same here. I'm at 3 emails in 55 days past 60-day sub and still received.
Still hasn't received an email back.
Yeah.
So
Global says, who would you rather because Wiseman is a Jet, as in out of him and Kamingo? I still think Wiseman because he was the best player in the draft. I mean, college.
He hasn't had a fair opportunity, Wiseman, and he's talented. So it'll be interesting to see, man. Like, I mean, I don't think he's had a fair chance. And what he did show early, he did show that he had moves. He did show that he had ability. So, it's a bit hard to judge. But, I'd be comparing the two guys. And if there isn't much price difference, I'd be buying Wiseman just because he was the number 3 pick.
Definitely.
And there is going to be opportunity for him at some point.
Yeah. 2 more things before we get to, obviously, the major hobby news, which Saucy's so happy that they're back. He's so happy about BGS at the moment, but we will get there. Firstly, I just want to talk about this because shout out to Cherry, who had Steve Aoki in their store during the week, and he ripped some Metazoo and he signed some Metazoo, some packs and boxes, and did what he did. That's fine. That's great. It's awesome for the hobby. He's obviously down here for Ultra Music Festival. He's popped into the store. It's actually awesome that he's given his time put time out of his day to go visit the store, give Cherry a plug, give the hobby a plug here in Australia. Fantastic stuff. Saucy, another guy with celebrity status that's very into cards. He's done something with Fanatics, and it's come out today, and I'm just glad that Spiffy Salmon and Faithful Pheasant and Wash Wolverine are all going to be on a card.
Washed Wolverine? Is that what it is? Washed Wolverine?
No, Wash Wolverine and Juicy Jaguar.
What am I looking at, Doma? Tell me.
This is Fanatics' new trading card brand, Zero Cool. Zero Cool. right, just announced their first card line in collab with Gary V based on his NFT project V-Friends. Cards will be sold through its website zerocool.com in a blind Dutch auction format. This is just a bit of a statement from Fanatics. While trading cards have historically been centered around sports, musicians, designers, entrepreneurs, and other leaders are hugely influential in shaping global culture, said Josh Luber, co-founder and chief vision officer of Fanatics Collectibles. With trading cards being more relevant than ever and consumer demand for non-sports cards at an all-time high, Zero Cool is building a new medium to tell cultural stories, build community, and provide an opportunity for fans to become investors in their favorite brands, people beyond the field. There you go. So, what can I say? Cage will get his own card set next, and I'm being serious. This is the type of thing. It'd be pretty cool. But your thoughts on
Dom,
it all? Some V-Friends cards,
Yeah, look, I don't buy them. That's what my thoughts are. Buy these cards because I can guarantee you, somehow, some way, they'll be worth more than what you pay for them. Somehow, some way, that will be the case. Made the mistake in not buying a V-Friends. I think I was nearly close to pulling a trigger when they were about 1,000 USD. Tom, I was close to pulling the trigger on one, had the money at the time. It was like, I was still a bit iffy on fucking NFTs. And, that was a lemon move, wasn't it? Because, I think the one I want now that I was going to buy is roughly about 5K or 5.5K.
Whoa.
So would have been not a bad investment. What can I say? What can I say, man?
Anything this guy touches
turns to gold, mate. Like, it literally, you were just about to say, but everything he touches turns to gold. I can't say anything other than, if you can get your hands on a box, I'm going to go on there and chuck a blind bid in it. Fuck it. Like, I'm going to chuck one in there, see if I can get a box. And, it is what it is, man. Like, if I really think these boxes are going to go for well over $500 a pop. I think there's only 800 boxes. 800 boxes. 800 boxes being sold, 200 boxes being kept, 800 being sold on the blind Dutch auction, 200 being kept by them. There's only 1,000 boxes created total. That's it. 1,000 boxes done. It will go up in price. That I don't even have a reason why it will go up in price. I can't even give you any understanding what it is. All I know, Gary V's behind it. The sheep will follow. Buy it. It will go up. That's all. That's all I can say. I don't freaking know. I don't know. He's got that much of a cult following that it will go up.
Don't disagree.
I mean, the last one we talked about, I called it how I seen it, and that was Metazu, and I told you it was a piece of shit, right? And you were sort of sticking up for the Metazu people, and you've come around to my side of the table and agreed with me.
No, it's not dead yet, mate. It's not dead yet. In Metazu, we trust.
Oh, jeez. Well, you want to get those ones that Aoki signed down at Cherry, do you? He's with these Aoki signature signing the Metazu cards. He signed a Metazu box.
Send it to me. Compliments of Cherry Collectibles. It's a double coverage at PO Box. Thanks, Grayson. Appreciate it. Second to last thing before we get into it. Topps Chrome F1 source. It's here.
Yep.
It has arrived.
We won't talk too much about it because we'll save a bit of it for crunch time, and when we got Lukey on board, we want to get his thoughts. But early thoughts, Tomo.
I said I was going to say it every single podcast. I said I was going to, and I'm going to hold true to that. I'm just going to reiterate what I said. I said every product outside of Topps Chrome Sapphire, Topps Chrome Sapphire, and Dynasty are going to be shit, right? And what did I say about the three that I said are worth buying? Wait and see what they're like before you buy them. Now, I've waited. I'm not going to buy them. I've waited, Sauce, 24 hours. I've seen. I'm not in love. We saw
Not impressed, are ya?
we saw the redemption card flying around, Sauce, for Max Verstappen, and the rumor on the street was it could be an on-card auto for his Gold Wave Topps Chrome auto. Then today I saw a Lewis Hamilton card was pulled from Topps Chrome auto, and it was a sticker. So is it just a redemption for a sticker, or is he going to sign it on card? Like, there's ambiguity there. I don't know.
Nah, it will be a sticker.
Yeah. So anyway, cards. Sauce that did the old-fashioned Panini trick. The Topps flagship image of Hamilton. His portrait. He's the Topps Chrome image of Hamilton portrait. Same old shit. Just remember, these boxes are also going to be on a higher print run than last year's Topps Chrome. Just going to put that out there. I'll give you a more in-depth take on Crunch Time this week with Lukey and Saucy. But initial signs, not great. And over to you now, Sauce. The news of the week. Over to you, BGS, baby.
Yeah, Doma. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're coming on here and we're talking about Beckett Grading. I thought the company had folded. We hadn't heard about them. We didn't even know what was going on. I mean, the fact that I see Matty Tabe's submission return the other day, and it was BGS slabs inside the box. I was blown away. I didn't even know they were still grading cards these days, man. I haven't heard what anything from them for 12 months. But they've come out, Doma. I don't know if you want to bring it up on the IG, on their IG. Go find the post, and we can have a look at their announcement.
Which account is it? Is it
Beckett Grading? I thought you had it up. Well, you've cooked that one, mate. You told me you had it up before, so well done. They've come out and they've said that they've made an announcement and what's going on behind the scenes. And they're apparently going to have their backlog cleared by end of May. So their backlog will be cleared. Their backlog's cleared if you're Ken Golden, you get your card through ASAP, mate. It's no worries about that. No. But not only can old mate Ken get his card through, something that Beckett themselves are doing is watching big breakers, watching your Laytons, watching your pull wax, your little P out there, your cherry collectibles, your MJ trading cards, watching these big breaks when the big boxes are getting open, the immaculates, the flawlesses, the NTs, the big boys, and if there's a big card hit, getting a little DM to the lucky hitter saying, "Hey, knock knock, it's BGS, it's Beckett Grading. Do you want that LaMelo RPA in a Beckett slab? Because if you do, we'll do it for you free of charge, buddy. We'll do it for you free of charge, mate." And you can get that graded, no upcharge, no $1,500 charge upcharge like PSA would do to get that LaMelo RPA graded out of National Treasures to 99. It'd probably cost you about $1,500, $2K with the upcharge. We'll do it for free, mate. We'll do it for free. So I mean, fair game. They've pretty much decided at some point now. You've really cooked it, Doma. You've really cooked it.
I can't find it.
You told me before that you had it ready. You said, I'll bring it up and this and that in the background. I thought, oh, here we go. I thought he had it ready. You could have told me I would have got it up. But anyway, I've pretty much said what they said. I think it's really good what they're doing. I mean, at least they're doing something. They're doing something, Dom. They've made an announcement. They've that they're improving. They made an announcement that they're not made an announcement, but they're made an whatever. They're getting out there, trying to get cards in their slabs. Beckett Collectibles, I think that's the one. There you go.
So it's not Beckett Grading.
Maybe not. Maybe not Beckett. No, I don't fucking know. I think this is the one paying for it.
Oh, here we go. How the tables have turned. We don't know if it's Beckett authentication. Beckett collectibles, maybe. It has to be. I don't know, Sauce. Mate, we can't even fucking do our job anymore. That's how finished we are. Beckett collectibles. Is that even it?
Anyway,
is that the new
logo? We're not finding
a new logo?
Nah, I don't know. We're not finding it, but don't worry about it, Doma. I've
Shit?
said what they've said. And I'll believe that it's done. I'll believe it's the backlog is cleared when I see it. May, they said by the end of the May it's done. So I mean, all these people. I mean, Matty still waited 17 months to get his cards back. So you're telling me that come end of May, come June, I'm going to send in some cards, and when I send them in on a 3-month turnaround, I'm going to get them back in 3 months. So you're telling me
June
that
2023.
Yeah. Well, look, Doma, I don't know, because all reports are, from PSA is people are sending in their cards and they're getting them back. They're sending in on a 90-day service and they're literally getting them back in 20 to 30 days. Right?
It's good.
But at the same time, they haven't yet to clear the backlog. So are BGS doing something similar where new submissions now come May, end of May, will get through quick, but your old submissions are still a 12-month wait? I don't know. But they're doing something. I can't believe it. We got an announcement out of them and what they're doing. Yeah.
Beckett,
I'm pretty mystified.
Beckett, we never doubted you. Not once on this show. Never have doubted you. All right. Feel free. You want a representative, come on this show. We've never doubted you. PSA, another company. We've never doubted you. Nat, I never doubted you once. Those podcasts where you thought you heard those things, they weren't real. Come on the show so we can just ask you some nice, polite questions of what, people in the hobby want to know. How you going? How big's the backlogs? What's your grading scale like? Do you give more 10s just for a marketing ploy to get more cards sent to your company? Do you just streamline all the celebrities' cards in your grading system? Like stuff like that. Just nice, simple questions. So Beckett, never doubted
If I
you.
was an average Joe
proud.
from down the street from the corner block, would I be able to get the same express shirt
mate,
grading as if I was Shine walking through the door? I don't know.
You could live if you and I went to BGS and we lived on the corner opposite BGS and put express. We walked across the road and subbed at express. We still wouldn't get it back within the time.
As quick as Ken Golden.
Correct.
Facts.
Anyway, facts. That's pretty much it for Hobby Talk Source. Nothing else really happening, unless there is. We probably missed it, but oh well, shit happens. Updates on our end. A few things happening in the background. Part 2 of the Hobby Hangout vlog will be coming. It's not.
Yeah, coming out, releasing hopefully this Sunday, maybe Monday, depending on how quick I get it sorted and edited. But part 2 should be longer than part 1. That's why it's taking a bit longer. There's a bit more editing and stuff to do. Plus, had a bit of an update in programs, so trying to figure out the new program and stuff. So,
no comment.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Look,
very nice.
That's coming out soon, ladies and gents. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, check out the link in the description where I've got buy a ticket to Melbourne Card Fair at Malvern Town Hall on the 20th of this month. It's a Sunday. We will be down there. We've got a table. We do also know that Jack's Collectibles has a table. He commented and put a post out. So he's, that's 2 sort of NBA and other sports other than AFL that are going to be down there that I know of. So, make sure you check that out. Buy a ticket. There's still early bird tickets
and
as
we
well.
Are. And we are, Sauce. We are going to announce it right now. We are buying an extra table for you. For all of you listening that rock up, we are creating our own trade section at this show. All right? We are buying a table for collectors out there. Bring your stuff. If you're into NBA, come down and you can trade there. If it gets full, just jump out on the stage again. But we'll have a sign up on that table, trading zone for you. That's what we're doing. We are paying it out of our pocket. We do not give a shit. We need you to have a space at these shows to trade. And plus, we also get a good look into some of the cards you have. Other things too, Sauce, and people listening, Sauce knows because he's part of this podcast, may be partnering up with another grading company. Just putting it out there. So
another option for people. Obviously, we decided that with this one, we're going to target someone who is Australian-based, support an Australian-based company. So words will come out soon in how this all plays out. But we will make an announcement when the time comes.
Yeah. Footy Stars also Source dropped. Official team coach cards are also dropping probably within the next week when the season starts. But Footy Stars, you've opened a fair bit of stuff. You put some stuff on our TikTok. You're loving it at the moment, which is good. I think we'll give it a bit of a rundown on that product on Crunch Time because I think that could potentially be your fire or flame. I know I'm probably going to give that as the fire this week.
CGA Adam reckons.
No.
No, mate.
No. Yeah.
But other than that, Doma, we will move on. Final
Sauceys
segment
Smokey
of the show, Sauceys Smokey.
What have you got?
Doma, I've just sort of been going through and having a look at some inserts and trying to find some inserts maybe out of this year of guys you might like. I think maybe I've given the turbo charge insert. I'm not sure whether you may or may not like this insert. I'm not sure. But I was having a look at it today. I don't mind this insert. Now we'll bring up the hang on. Let me just bring one up. So I've got one that's good, isn't it? Insert this year's recon. Don't mind it. I think, there's a lot of different levels. I think this is a good card at a good price point. I like the look of it. I don't mind I'll bring it up here so people can see what I'm talking about. It's the recon, the Sky's the Limit variant. There it is there, Doma.
It's not a bad card.
It comes in numbered. It reminds me a lot of the Zero Gravity from last year, not this year's Zero Gravity. It looks like shit. We do know that, Doma, the way they've done it. But last year's one was a lot better. I've got a hollow LeBron one. It looks really good. I think this reminds me a lot of it. I don't mind it. You can go real. This is just like the base version of it. Then you can go if you really want and look for other versions of it. There are numbered ones. I was looking at a LeBron one that was like numbered to 99. So, you can go in depth with it. There's the red version, that's numbered to 199. There's a KD one that, that's buy it now for $28. KD, if you use your guy, there's a, Steph Curry. There's this is an interesting one. Rookie review. That was another one out of that set. There's a rookie review insert. So here's two for you. I did like both of these, the rookie review and the Sky's the Limit. So the rookie review, Doma, is they get a rookie image of the player and then they put it on a current card. So that's obviously a rookie image. Obviously Giannis in a very younger time. You can see there.
Pretty cool.
He's got the shaved head and stuff. I think it's a cool looking insert. I think it's one of the nice inserts out of the alternate sets. So I don't mind. It was just something I was having a look at today. I was thinking of maybe just picking up a LeBron or something out of it. The Sky's the Limit one was the one I was looking at, but those rookie review ones, I did come across them as well. So, here's a LeBron one that I'll just show you if it wants to come up. The internet's being slow as Doma.
There you are.
There's the LeBron there on the left. So, yeah, I don't mind the insert. Let me know what you think. It was just something that I was scrolling through eBay today. It was just sort of, I literally just typed in LeBron insert and then just started looking through, all different inserts. And then this was one that I'm all
It's
for buying
nice. It's a
cards with
nice
nice
card.
imaging. Nice imaging, Would you rather, the card on the right there, like that's boring. How boring is that? What's he doing? Just holding the ball in a triple threat position, most likely. It's boring. Here, flying through the air, soaring through the air, looks brilliant, mate. And that's what I'm trying to say. Even the Luca one looked brilliant. The imaging, for me, that's what I'm looking for when I'm buying some of these cards. This here, I was close to having a bid on this exact card, but it was the orange variant. It was to 25 LeBron, and I go, you know what? Even though it's to 25 and it went pretty cheap, I think it only went for about $65, which is pretty cheap for a LeBron number to 25. But I don't really like it. I'd rather buy the one where he's flying through the sky. Looks better to me. I like it better. At the end of the day, it's something that if I buy it and you know what, I buy it for $20 and a year from now it's $10, I'm not going to be upset because I actually like the look of the card. I like the imaging. So you can't be upset if you actually like the imaging on the card. So yeah, something I consider when I'm buying. Sometimes it's not all about the monetary value in the future, but what about the aesthetics and if you actually like the card. And that's just the card that come across today that I didn't mind.
I like it, Sauce. Very nice. Beautiful. Very well done. All done, Sauce. All done and dusted. Obviously, look out for Crunch Time this week. New podcast, potentially could be the first episode.
Yeah,
we need
will
to
be
get it
there
done.
there will be an episode out this week. Doma and
Get
I
it.
will
Do
get it done.
yourselves a
What
favor
are
and
we doing here?
please send us topics, random shit, whatever you want us to talk about, we'll talk about it. No holds barred. It's like a wrestling match, an old WWE wrestling match. No holds barred, mate. Anything goes. If you want a glimpse of, honestly, if you want a glimpse of what could happen on this podcast, go to last week's Crunch Time episode and have a listen to that. That'll pretty much sum it all up for you. That will sum it all up for you in a nutshell.
That was brilliant, wasn't it, Dom?
So, on that note, keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom and the great man Sauce. And peace.
Peace. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double coverage.